Hi and hello, watch fans, and welcome to part 2 of our Only Watch analysis. We're going to break down the next 32 lots available to us, and I hope that you enjoy the ride. Alon, will you take it away with Jacob & Co?
I will. Watches and Wonders, we actually hung out with Jacob, the jeweler, and Benjamin Arabov, his son. Was great fun. We enjoyed the $20 million watch. They're known for doing crazy stuff, thinking out of the box. And I think that with this watch, the Astronomia Revolution 4th dimension for Only Watch, together with Concepto Watch Factory, is cool. Would I ever wear it? No. But I love the fact that they keep on marrying jewels, gemstones with watchmaking. And this thing is crazy. Rob, describe to us what we see, but it's tutti frutti, it's on theme. If you want to shine, flex, or go crazy, this is your watch.
Okay, so what we have here is a 47mm rose gold frame, basically, which holds in place a sapphire case band and front and back crystal. And within this sapphire cage, we see caliber 08059, which is a 4-axis tourbillon, and a hell of a lot of jewels. But the most important measurement to be aware of here is its thickness. It's 27mm thick. So this is a gargantuan statement piece. It's, well, kind of perfect for Only Watch, to be fair. It is rainbow inspired, as a Concepto made movement, which is very well thought of in the industry. I mean, it's not my regular fare, but it is what Jacob does, and fair play. It's a good one.
So we can leave it at that, and let's go to lot 32.
Jacques Dro, the brand of our good friend Frederic Tompier, who's in our network. Hi, Fred. Hope you're listening and enjoying this. This is cool, really. I mean, it's a lot of fun. I love the strap. It's bonkers with the Rolling Stones 40 Licks logo on there. So, embraces the mission statement entirely. Great rainbow watch. A lot of fun.
So not like them. That's why I like it. They have a automaton design there, recalling children's night lights and spinning tops. So I think super cool. Well done. Estimate at 250 to 300K. Will they fetch it? Probably.
Yeah, I mean, Jacques Dro is a very special proposition in general, and it has a lot of fans that I know of. I know fewer owners, let's put it that way. So, like, I admire the brand mostly from afar. There are some pieces that I would absolutely love to have in my collection and hopefully will do one day. But, yeah, I think it's a very special niche proposition. Fans of Automata will be into this because it's like nothing else. So, fair play. Interesting estimate, though. Interesting estimate. It's a lot. And I look forward to seeing how close it gets to that. If it gets anywhere near that lower end, I'd be really, really impressed. I think it's a massive result for the brand and for Only Watch. Next up is a brand that is widely adored, and that's Konstantin Shakin. The Stargazer Only Watch 2023 piece unique. This is a complicated watch, a very complicated watch. 16 complications built into the Wristmon platform that has made Konstantin a household name. So I love it. What do you make of it?
For our listeners, if you are not that familiar with Konstantin Chaikin, he's a Russian genius and has a sense of humor. So he's famous for the nickname Joker-ish watches. So you'll see 2 eyes and a mouth and a tongue. I find it amazing that he stayed on that theme and platform and created a high complication watch. And I still can see the smiley on the front and back. So I love it. I think it's super cool. And he's doing amazing stuff. And I think he has a lot in the bag still. So I think we're meeting him as well in Geneva at the end of the summer. So I can't wait to discuss and hopefully see this watch. For our listeners also, what's cool, the full collection or all the lots are going to travel the world. So if you're on the fence on bidding on one and you are around the cities that they're going to exhibit at, which you can find on the website, onlywatch.com, onlywatch.com, go see them in the metal. Next one, Rob.
Oh, I love this so much. So I often pride myself on being ahead of the curve when it comes to the next big thing. And I've had a few moments in my career when I've been lucky enough to be right. I was so wrong about Crayon. I really was. The first time I saw the brand, I was distinctly underwhelmed. And I remember being a bit pissed off that I just didn't understand it. I couldn't get it. I didn't know why these watches cost what they cost. I didn't know why they were winning GPHG awards. And then I saw them. I went to Geneva Watch Week in March and I sat down with Crayon. I handled the watches. I looked at the dials and I was like, oh my God, I missed this one big. Worse than Diana Ross's 1994 penalty. That's how badly I missed on this one. Geez, it's unbelievably gorgeous. This dial painting that they do is just a thing of pure beauty. The format of these watches is exceptional. The movements are glorious to behold, and the wearing experience is just top drawer. So I have nothing but good things to say about this. 100% going to feature in my top three, I think, at the end of the day. So, spoiler alert, this one is for me. But at 150,000 to 250,000 francs estimate, it's out of my reach, unfortunately. But I hope whoever buys it enjoys it because it is a wonderful piece.
I agree with you 100%. I did not miss on this. I read about Crayon the first time in one of my favorite watch magazines, Eurostar. I loved the complication because you can tell the exact time of sunrise or sunset at a precise location where you are as a wearer in the world. So I think that's uber cool because I love moon phase watches. So that always pulls me in. I love Van Gogh and Monet. So just look at the dial. And if you're listening to this, I recommend you to look at it. It's literally a piece of art. And it's understated. It's very elegant. It's not in your face. It's neo-Patek-ish in my humble opinion. And what makes this one particularly unique, it's made out of titanium, the case, and that's a first for Crayon. So kudos to Crayon. I love it. Let's go to lot 35. Rob, who are we going to discuss now?
This is El Leroy. Yeah, so Leroy is an important name in the history of watchmaking. This watch, however, is less important in the history of watchmaking. It's very particular, but it is certainly not one for me. What we're looking at is an engraved case with some classical floral script engraving, a diamond set bezel set in a very unusual way for watchmaking. So these are, how would you describe these? 4-claw settings, and the diamonds are recessed into the bezel. They are not shoulder to shoulder as you would expect, so there's plenty of space for these floral motifs to breathe between them. The movement is nice. Hunt the case back is cool. I'm a big fan of those. It's a minute repeater, so it's a big boy horology piece, but I have to say, it's not very nice to look at. What do you think?
I have to concur with you 100% on everything you said. I don't know much about El Leroy. As I said, I read Eurostar every edition ever since I'm a kid, and that's where I discovered this brand as well. I love minute repeaters. I love hand engraving. I don't know. If you look in a quick glance, I thought it was a Hublot originally. An original classic fusion vibe. That's the vibe it gave me. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. But if this is your cup of tea and you want to give to charity, it's unique. The only thing that I actually do like is they went from round brilliant cut diamonds at the 6 o'clock, and when you go around to 12 o'clock, it becomes marquise cut. That's actually interesting.
Yeah.
And I do like the arrow. And anyways, let's not spend too much time on it.
No, let's get the energy back up with lot 36. Laurent Ferrier, Sport Auto on track. Absolutely glorious, beautiful, beautiful bracelet. We know this model from previous releases. It's a great execution. Concept is decent enough. It uses blue, yellow, and green on the dial. It has been illustrated by a good friend, Ben Lee, otherwise known as Ink Dial, that performed the blind reveal of a Chapek Antarctique Revelation with us on air. He is a absolute maestro. His work here is peerless as always, and this watch is pretty damn sexy.
I love it. I love the Sport Auto. I love Laurent Ferrier. I think it's cool how they did the on-track theme. I don't know why it ends at 2 o'clock and then continues again at 7 o'clock. Do you know that, Rob? Because then you have British Racing Green. So that intrigues me. It's very playful. The only thing I want to discount on the watch, the OW on the sub-seconds dial, wasn't necessary in my humble opinion. It's too much.
Yeah, I also agree with that on the sub dial, but I think that it just about gets away with it because it adds a sportiness to the watch, which is, even though intended by the design, a little lacking in comparison to some other sports watches. And that's not to say it's worse, it's absolutely supremely wonderful in person, but it's just different. You know, it is more of a dressy sports watch. It's definitely a sports jacket kind of watch rather than like a watch that you'd ever want to do any activity with. But 41.5 millimeters in diameter, grade 5 titanium, obviously with one of Laurent's amazing movements inside the self-winding caliber LF270.01. Gorgeous.
And for those that are willing now to still drop 100K on a Nautilus 5711, guys and girls, think twice. You have an uber cool integrated bracelet watch. Laurent Ferrier comes from Patek Philippe. It's up to par quality-wise. And you have a pièce unique. And if it stays in this range, you can keep it under 100. I know what I would choose.
It's better. Yeah, it's much better than the Nautilus, to be honest, at this price point. But I mean, it's not going to stay under 100, surely.
No, I agree. Okay, lot 37, Lederer again.
Lot 37, yeah. So Lederer on their own. This doesn't look like a Lederer. It looks sort of like a Roger Dubuis to me for some weird reason, or maybe a Romain Jerome. But funky, cool, a great idea with the colors. It's not for me because it's just extremely out there. But love the hands. You got to say that. I think they're cool.
I love everything about it. And I would have rocked it if I had 100, 200 spare and had already a crazy ass Horlogerie collection. The only thing I don't like, the 12 and the 6 written out in letters. And I don't understand if it's in between the lugs and it's slanted, or how do you see it? Otherwise, amazing.
Certainly an eye-catching piece. Lot 38, Louis Monet Art Tech. Very cool, very Jean-Marie. We know Jean-Marie well. He loves hologram and holographic paper and card and whatnot and colors. And he's not afraid to use that in his watch designs here at all. So, again, one of the better rainbow executions. Do you not think?
Love it. Love it. Compliments, Louis Monet, the whole team. You can't go wrong.
This is a microelectronic silicon wafer dial. So, each angle changes its appearance.
I hope the Silicon Valley boys pick this up.
Yeah, you know what? Like, if it finds the right buyer or buyers, potential buyers, then it could absolutely fly because it's like nothing else. So very good job, Jean-Marie. Thank you very much for putting that one into the conversation. Lot 39, Louis Vuitton. Tambour Einstein Automata only watch. It's horrendous to look at, isn't it? It's absolutely gross.
It's so ugly but cool, and again I salute Jean Arnaud, and I keep on saying he's creative, his teams are, and I had to look twice because Albert Einstein's hair literally comes out of the dial it pours over onto the case. It's crazy. The funny thing is, it's very
rank.
Much like the Mickey Mouse.
Absolutely rank. Like, what is he thinking? It's minging. It's horrible. Like, it's just gross. It's like, do you remember that swatch that had Nicholas G. Hayek's face on it? Like, his face aligned every like hour or something. But then it broke apart into 4 different pieces and spinning around bits of Hayek's face on a watch dial. I mean, this is the worst thing since that. This is awful. So, sorry, I like the Tambour. I actually like Louis Vuitton, but I love Einstein. Great chap, lovely bloke. No. Come on.
Did you see that he wrote E is LV to square, but probably if you twist that date disc, you have other things there. But there's a lot going on. But okay, this again, if you like Curiosia, this is funny.
No, it's horrendous. No, I mean, he looks like zombie Einstein for starters. It looks like if it just warmed him up. Like he's a terrifying sort of shade of blue. He's like what the? I'm scared of this watch. Like I'm actually scared of it. And turn it over, right? Movement's fine, yeah, whatever. But have a look at his hair that's crept out of the watch and how creepily polished it is on the back. Like it's even worse from the back. It's these weird protrusions. It's like this is the Elephant Man of watches.
Dude, I'm gonna cut you off. We need to keep our steam up because we need to end the show with our top 5 or top 3 or our winners. So lot 40, Ludovic Boulliard.
Wow, that's terrible pronunciation, but yeah, okay, we'll go.
Balois.
Yeah.
Ludovic Balois. Ludovic.
Balois.
Collabing with Brittany Nicole Cox. I don't know who she is, but she is an artist. I'm reading a guilloche artist, which made an amazing dial. I love Balois watches. I love the fact that the hour markers jump up and down according to when that hour is actually being featured. And what is interesting, he gave Cox, Brittany, a shared podium because the brand on the dial is literally Balois X Cox.
She's cool though. Like she is like extremely marketable, shall we say. She's like a sort of mad steampunk genius, like working away in her workshop with like properly old machines. And Ludovic is known himself for being somewhat of an eccentric and a master. You know, I remember one of the first watches I ever reviewed for a blog to watch in 2015 was the Upside Down with the mother of pearl dial and a marquetry center to it. And I was blown away by its elegance and its extremely palatable proportions and the inventiveness of a complication. I've loved him ever since. I've visited several fairs where he's displayed so I can look at his pieces. And the cleverest thing about this, I don't even know how you'd begin trying to figure this out. But when these dials, so for people that don't know the upside down, the concept is that all of the hours are upside down except for the hour that it is. So it's a jump hour complication, but each hour marker, each Arabic hour marker exists on its own little rotating dial. And there's a white dot which is obscured by the edge of the case when the hours are upside down, but is revealed when the hour is the right way up. But with this guilloche pattern that runs into these micro discs, it works upside down and the right way up because the guilloche is never interrupted whether the hour is the right way up or the wrong way up. And that is mind-boggling. I mean, this is like they've not engraved this dial in one piece, surely, and then cut out the hour disc. Oh, maybe they have. Maybe that's how they've done it. But it's unfathomably perfect. Like the pattern, it's just exceptional. And oh God, I mean, come on, it doesn't get much better than this.
Well said, really well said. And I cannot add anything. Therefore, I'm going to lot 41, Maurice Lacroix, Masterpiece Only Watch 2023, a 43 millimeters sapphire case, in-house skeleton movement. They call it an urban themed timepiece with rainbow hues on it. So I did not expect this from Maurice Lacroix. Maurice Lacroix is a bit plain like vanilla. They're doing some cool stuff. Stéphane Vasseur is actually a cool kid. I know he loves Air Max 90s. So I guess he took that as inspiration because it has a big air bubble that's translucent or transparent. So maybe this is his interpretation of an Air Max 90 into watchmaking. I can only salute them because they embraced the theme of rainbow, tutti frutti. I think it's a cool watch. Estimate 25-35. I hope it will get more. I don't think it will. But it's a fun piece.
Well, it's a piece, isn't it? I mean, it's there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You said yours. I said mine. Let's go to lot 42. Rob, take it away.
Okay, it's Montblanc, 1858 Geosphere. Never been a model platform that I've enjoyed in the slightest. I do like the one little only watch touch on the bezel where the West on the compass bezel has been invaded by this little O sneaking behind it. So that's cute, but never liked it. Never liked these Geospheres. Not a watch for me. Not a bad effort, but could have done better.
I have this love-hate relationship with Montblanc watches. Obviously, I have a lot of writing instruments and leather goods, and my business bag is Montblanc. And the full disclaimer, we are the Montblanc dealers, although we don't have the watches for quite some time anymore. And I did love, not everything, but a lot what Davide Serrato did while he was at Montblanc. They did catch me off guard with this new case and this Glacier Icy Dials, which they launched this Watches of Wonders, which I think is cool. I do not like the OW on the bezel. The Geosphere, I think, is a cool caliber. I actually have a friend who utterly loves this watch. It is different. Could they have done different or better for this? No. They incorporate the rainbow theme on the 12 o'clock position for the GMT disc, which all the longitude lines are rainbow colored. Let's leave it at that, and let's go to Lot 43.
Lot 43 is Moritz Grossman. Now, Moritz Grossman is a brand that people may know I have a strange relationship with. The CEO doesn't like me very much because I got quite angry with her once for, well, in my opinion, messing up a brand that could be absolutely wonderful if it was treated with a little bit more respect. This is a gorgeous watch. I love the tremblage. I don't think there are movements whose aesthetic I like more than Moritz Grossman in the industry. I love the violet screws. I love the German silver. I love the 3/4 plate and the glashütte ribbing, the hand engraved balance cocks. I love it all. I think it's wonderful. I think this kind of watch is excellent. It's a lazy effort because the tremblage exists in the regular collection, and all they've changed here is to put only watch on the subdial. And I think the hands are silvered or rhodium plated maybe, and they're usually blued or violet on the tremblage watches. But it's nice, actually. It's nicer than the standard one with those lovely crisp hands that they do. And the hands are such an exceptional aspect of Moritz Grossman. And I think the other difference here is maybe that the movement plates are frosted rather than having glashütte ribbing. But beyond that, yeah, nothing remarkable, but just an exceptional watch. One of my favorites, I have to say, as much as I have an uncomfortable relationship with the brand, it's the kind of thing they should be doing more of, let me put it that way.
Interesting. I didn't even know this story that you're referring at, so we'll discuss that over a beer and maybe on air in a different episode.
Well, absolutely, we can talk about it. I mean, I'm sure that it's not like it's not a secret. Certain CEOs have an ego that they don't like to be dented in any way, and I was rather aggressive in my line of questioning when I sat down with Frau Hutter, and she wasn't too receptive to me poking holes in their product strategy. And I believe the PR team appreciated my efforts to communicate that directly to her. But, sometimes the directness, it falls flat. Sometimes it doesn't work. I try and be open and honest and clear in my communication, and most people appreciate that, but the more sensitive ones don't.
Yeah. Well, that's why we have the real-time show. Because that's the only way we roll. So I can appreciate and respect that. I think that Moritz Grossman is a hidden gem in glashütte. It's all over the place. And therefore misunderstood.
Yeah.
I don't know what stance you take on the brand. So I guess that
in a nutshell, that's it. And I mean, I basically expressed that, but with a lot of like concrete examples of how they fucked up the product line over the last 5 years. And if they just had more consistent messaging and they focused on the core pieces and what they did well, and improved their communication strategy and she shouldered a little bit of humility, then they could be one of the world leaders. That it's what frustrates me is there's such incredible potential. Like I wouldn't get pissed off if it's like a crappy little brand that has nothing to offer. But the fact of the matter is, she is the custodian of a brand that could be mentioned in the same breath as Lange & Söhne or Patek Philippe or Laurent Ferrier, for example, or F. Pigeon. Yeah. And here we are. Like, nobody knows what the brand is. Nobody gets it. The movements are exceptional. When you see them, you're like, oh, wow, why is this brand like limping along like it is?
Yeah.
And that's a shame.
Yeah, well said. Because then I concur with you because it is the baby Lange. People think that Nomos is the baby Lange, but there's such a big gap between Nomos and Lange Söhne that it is Moritz Grossman. I've held many, became almost a dealer. Utterly love it. Love this watch. The emballage is lovely. I wouldn't have not written only watch on the dial. No need for it. It's a style break. But if you're into German watchmaking and this stays under 45, I would pick it up. That's my recommendation to our listeners and or bidders listening to this episode. And to be continued on Glashütte watchmaking, lot 44. Now, maybe the most anticipated lot of them all. Super mysterious. We just see a picture of Papa Stern together with Thierry Stern, the current president of Patek Philippe. So apparently they're going to make a watch to celebrate Papa Philippe Stern's 85th birthday. My gut feeling says it's going to be a table clock because I guess that was Papa Philippe Stern's biggest hobby and passion with it, Patek Philippe, and they still make them. What do you think, Rob?
Well, I believe that it's going to be a wristwatch, and I believe that it's going to feature his favorite grand complication, and I believe it'll also feature an entirely new movement, and I believe that the movement is designed and produced exclusively for this tribute watch that will never be used again, and I believe all that because it's what it says in the preamble. So I have no idea what it's going to look like. I can't even imagine what collection it's going to be in, but this is going to be exciting. It's the first of a 30-piece limited edition produced in a unique only watch design version. Okay, so it's going to be, it's going to be internet breaker when it drops eventually. But right now we don't know, so moving on. Lot 45, Perollet, Turbine, Chrono, only watch. Perollet exists. That's the nicest thing I can probably say about it. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they're fun.
Never buy one though, would you?
No, although two listeners and TRTS network members actually have one. They're fun. They're playful. Is it worth 15 to 20K? I don't know why, but thank you for donating. Thank you for trying, and keep on going, Perollet. Lot 46.
Thank you for trying. Fucking hell. That's so harsh. Okay, Peterman, Badat, and Ofray. This is Theo Ofray. Busy man at the moment with his Space One projects and his collaboration with Guillaume Ledet and his own brand, and now this Chronometer d'Observatoire. So, only a sketch available. Looks great. From what we know of Theo, it will be great. Let's watch this one with interest and move on to lot 47, which is Piaget. And this is the Piaget Polo Skeleton Arty. Got some blue and green on the dial. What do you think about this?
Yeah. If you listen to the previous episode and my rant about Blancpain, do you want me to have another rant?
Yeah, go for it. Like, G it up. Let's go. Let's get the energy high. Come on, kill it.
Okay, all right.
Kill
Piaget. Why so lazy? Why? You guys are world record breaking ultra slim watches. Either break a record because your world breaking watch when you broke Bulgari's record, and then Richard Mille broke the record. You didn't allow anybody to try on the watch, let alone almost hold it. So if you can't wear a watch because it's going to bend, then honestly, I don't think you deserve a world record. But okay, that's my humble opinion, and who am I? But you guys make spectacular watches. A lot of people don't know that Piaget is a manufacturer and always was a manufacturer, only later started making jewelry. It's an amazing brand. You deserve better. You make spectacular ladies' watches. You make beautiful jeweled watches. You're part of another rich, family-owned, publicly listed company. Why so stingy? Why only 50 to 80K? Donate a freaking grand complication watch or a $1 million bezeled out diamond watch. You can do better. So, also, shame on you.
Shame on you, Piaget. Well, I don't know how you're going to sleep at night after that takedown, but you deserve it. Sorry, not very good. Next up, lot 48, I believe, is from Reservoir and Telos. Interesting collab.
Rob, tell us who Telos is. I have no idea. It's new for me.
I don't know who Telos is. Why do you think I know what Telos is?
I don't know. Maybe I missed out or something.
I don't know. Is it a watchmaker? I don't think it is it?
I have no idea. I don't know what Telos is. So we learned something new on air. This is proof that we are know-it-alls, but we don't know it all.
Yeah, we have no idea.
So it's a first in-house tourbillon in collaboration with Telos, a major technical logical step.
Is it?
Yeah, so they're a movement manufacturer from Le Chaux de Fonds, apparently. Okay, so hey, we need to talk to them during Geneva Watch Days. We're going to see Reservoir. We're going to ask about Telos. Telos, thank you for making a new cool caliber. I think it looks cool. Steep price, 50 to 60 estimate. Okay. Yeah, let's see. The case is made of bronze, which I wouldn't opt for that. I would have made it titanium to match the gray base of the caliber.
Yeah.
But thank you for trying. Thank you for pushing the envelope. And Reservoir is also pushing forward. I guess this is also like with Baltic. They're showing where they can go or maybe have ambitions to go. So that's interesting.
Yeah, this is a lot of things at once, really, and I think it's a very specific watch, and it will make someone very happy. But not near the top for me this time, I'm afraid. But I do like the Reservoir shtick.
Well, what's interesting, sorry, Rob, I suddenly see that the title is very long. So it also has Stephen Messer in there, and I believe they're enamel or porcelain makers. So apparently it's right. They made an Grand Feu enamel dial in a bronze case. So for me, that's a bit of clash of styles also.
Yeah, and like you said, the movement maybe would have been more at home in a titanium case, and I think that this is probably what to do with an only watch, is to throw the kitchen sink at the design and see what comes out, see what sticks. So no criticism from me at all. It's not my thing aesthetically, but I think that it's a great project and
cool caliber though.
Yeah, interesting. Could be even nicer deployed in a different case. Okay, next up is Ressence, our good friends in Belgium, with their unique time-telling methods. It's an interesting one. It's a standard sort of Ressence watch, but with this blue cross sort of painted over the brushed silver dial, which I guess only aligns once or twice per day, or maybe even only once per week. That's how that's a 7-day indicator, isn't it? The dial at 2:00, should I say?
Yeah, exactly.
No, wow. So this works once a week, midnight between Saturday and Sunday.
I love it. I don't know why it speaks to me.
Well, it's very cool. Yeah, it's very cool, and I think it will look awesome when that cross is broken apart and twisted around the dial in myriad formations. So, estimate 20 to 30,000. That's a low estimate. I think this watch will easily command that.
Yeah, and it deserves it. Give it a fair chance. This is. It doesn't get more contemporary and cool in watchmaking than Ressence. And they managed to push the envelope even further. But it's no secret, you and I are huge fans of both Benoit and the Ressence team. So we're not objective, but they impressed me.
Yeah, well, we're fans for a good reason. I think they do things the right way, and they have like a platform unlike any other, and that's enough in watchmaking when you do something that Ressence
and I'm looking at the pictures, and I'm looking at the one from the case back, and then suddenly you see that the blue leather strap has real orange on the inside and the sides are green. So they respect it. It's a nod to the request to do something with color. So very elegantly and intellectually done. So kudos to Ressence. Lot 50. Rob, another vague, highly anticipated.
Yeah, this is the Recep Recepi watch, which we haven't seen yet. He's going to bring a chronometer anti-magnetique, we believe, but we haven't seen it yet. So
No.
Recep is the guy that we know best from his time at Akrivia. It's his brand. He's just put his name on certain watches that he makes, and it's only estimated at 100 and 150, so it'll probably run quite a bit above that, I'd imagine. So watch this space. Next up, we have got a crazy watch from Richard Mille, Talisman Origine. This is a tribal necklace of sorts with a Richard Mille watch. Richard Mille from Yorkshire. Richard Mille case with, I don't know how to describe it. I actually love it. Am I wrong? Is this?
It's a necklace. You're getting a necklace with a pendant, and by coincidence, the pendant has a freaking cool tourbillon.
It's awesome
in it. But it's so fugly, but it's uber cool. It's cool.
I think it's treasure, right? You know, it's like you'd unearth like this hoard in a ancient, I don't know, South American Mayan tomb or something, and you'd find this incredible piece. Like, looks like it's been created to honor the gods. I can't say enough for it. I think it's absolutely wild. I absolutely love it. And although its estimate of 600 to 800,000 puts it out of my price accessibility, you could just imagine Johnny Depp wearing this with an open shirt, like 4 buttons down, you know, the tattoos sort of intersecting with the strap. I mean, that'd be so cool.
But it's cool on many levels because it proves that Richard Mille is really creative. The brand as well. They keep on pushing the envelope. And what I'm happy about, this is the antithesis of modern, new money, tacky flex culture. And I love that they're making a bold statement with this as well. Besides that, it's completely new. It's unique. It's never done before. So I really, really salute it. And I guess this is another 7-figure record breaker in this auction.
I mean, if any like rapper sees this,
you know who's going to buy this? Pharrell's going to buy this.
That'd be cool
because he rocks bohemian style and he owns a lot of Richard Milles. I'm quite sure he'll buy it.
That'd be so cool. Oh God, this is great. This is lovely. It's just like a lot of fun. You know what you want from your watches that have retail values like way beyond anything you'd ever be able to touch yourself. It's just a bit of like flexing, bit of bonkers design, and this is everything. Okay, great. Well done, Richard Mille. Yeah, I mean, that's impressive because normally I just roll my eyes at Richard Mille because it's like, the same thing again. But this is really, really good. Alrighty. Oh my God, lot 52. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Jesus. Yes.
A match made in heaven. This is a match made in heaven. Did I say it correctly?
Yeah. This is great. This is Singer reimagined and Genus teaming up for an 8-track watch for Only Watch. It is gorgeous. And oh my God, the team behind it is beautiful as well. Jeez Christ. Catherine, Henri, and Marco Baracchino, 2 of the sexiest people in the industry as it goes, but they've teamed up with the watchmaker from Genus, also Sebastien Billeret, and wow, what a gorgeous trio. And a beautiful watch. Bloody hell. Don't know where to look. My eyes are bleeding. It's wonderful.
It's there. It's elegant. It's sporty. I love that they use stainless steel. So it's not about flexing. They could easily done gold, platinum, pink gold, whatever, or carbon to make it funky. It's all about mechanical poetry.
Oh, the colors are so gorgeous. It's so inviting. It drags you in, and merging the Singer aesthetic with the Genus complication. Oh, it's genius. It's genius.
Yeah, I love it. I can't discount anything here. Nothing. I don't have one grain of criticism.
What? It's not yours?
Yeah. So, boys and girls, if you are drawn to the usual suspects and you want to spend more than 100K, think twice. Give it a chance. This is really, really worth it. And I hope it doesn't stay at this color.
Can we please just take a look at this movement? Okay, so this is a brushed movement with, we would assume, some kind of black, maybe nacre coating. But the edges have received anglage and then been, I assume, plated again as have the chamfers of jewel recesses, been plated again with gold. I've never seen this aesthetic before. I have never seen a black plated movement outlined with golden anglage. Like, never in my life have I seen this, and it is absolutely glorious. This is gorgeous. I'm blown away. Dear me, this is going to cause my podium some trouble. All right, let's...
Same here.
Let's move on to lot number 53. And this one comes to us from... Speak Marin, Genève. All right, so Speak Marin has got its own design language. I respect it more than I like it. That's the God's honest truth. But I really do respect it. I really am glad to see some different shapes in the industry. I really love the connection from the lugs to the integrated strap. If you take a look at the first lug of the bracelet, how it is a continuation of the case form, that is bold styling, rarely seen. I think the only other brand that I can think of that really tries to do the same thing and not quite as boldly as Speak Marin does is Parmigiani, with its bracelets that almost like blend into the case despite not being actually integrated. What do you make of this one?
So I love this watch, and if I'm not mistaken, Eric Giraud either designed it completely or the dial, but I need to double check that fact. I loved and still love both Speak and Marin. They're divorced, and the brand is also not under their helm, so it's sold off. It seems they're all over the place. I don't know what the RRP is on this model. I don't think it's 35 to 65. I don't even know why the estimate is so high, because it's a stainless steel watch. I thought it was a Vaucher caliber, but apparently it's one developed by Le Cercle de Horloger. So, micro rotor. I kind of love this watch, but as you said, rightfully so, it can't be more expensive than a Parmigiani, because, yeah, Parmigiani is Parmigiani. And, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it can't be more expensive than Parmigiani. I actually think Parmigiani could do with being a couple of grand cheaper in some places itself, but it's a watch for some people, not for everybody, but for those for whom it is for, I imagine it is just the perfect silhouette, most beautiful dial, etc., etc. I think it's cool and it deserves to exist. It's not a very ambitious only watch entry, but nice watch, and yeah, fair play. Moving on, let's go to lot 54. That's Sylvain Pinault, one of the, I'd say, greatest modern talents in watchmaking, and this is a real beaut.
Yeah, we discussed him also during our GPHG predictions, and I think he made my stage once or twice. Utterly love what he does. We didn't interview him yet, so that's something on my personal wish list for guests to come on. Love to talk to him. Icy blue subdials. And it's fresh, it's crisp, not super innovative, but he is a small brand. And for him to give away a watch, I think this takes a big chunk out of his budget. And I don't think this investment in marketing will yield him much more ROI. So I salute him for participating.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very generous donation, and it's a really beautiful execution of his talents. I mean, I absolutely love it. This is a watch that you could wear every single day. It's got that lovely ice blue off-center hour and minute dial and sub-seconds off there over towards the 10 o'clock position, the traditional 10 o'clock position. Can't fault it. Absolutely wonderful. 70 to 100,000. What a great contribution to an excellent cause. Lot 55, Tag Heuer. Here's a brand that's got plenty of cash to throw around. Interesting case. What do we think about this iteration of the Monaco, a watch that I know you're very fond of?
So another Arnaud son at the helm of Tag Heuer. There are rumors that we're going to have some switcheroo in the LVMH brands. So what's very interesting, the case is texturized titanium. They call it a new material, which is crafted in Tech Heuer Institute. I have no idea what the Tech Heuer Institute is. I have no idea what texturized titanium is. So we've discussed titanium a lot on the show because I love titanium, and apparently we have a titanium guy. So we're going to ask him what the heck this is. Do I think it's visually beautiful? I do, because it has a bit of a mix of limestone effect and this OG casted steel, which is freckled. It's a rattrapante, which I think is super cool. I think it's a cool watch. Very steep estimate though, 150 to 300. A big bandwidth, and I hope it fetches it. I think it's cool.
I also think it's cool, and as you know, I am not Tag Heuer's biggest fan, but I do have a little bit of love in my heart for the Monaco. And yeah, this is edgy. It's out there. Cool. 150k. I'm sure it'll get to at least that. I mean, there's a lot of Monaco collectors that will move heaven and earth to get their hands on this piece. Alrighty, lot number 56, which comes from
Tiffany & Co. Another necklace.
Mm.
Bird on a rock, mechanical pendant, made for only watch. Very American, very cool. I salute another Arnaud Jr. This is a family party.
Jeez. I'm a big fan of the name. Bird on a Rock, mechanical pendant, only watch. I think it's great. It's like, oh, have you got the new Bird on a Rock? I'm like, yeah, I got the new Bird on a Rock. What do you think of my Bird on a Rock? I love it. Absolutely love it. It's totally ridiculous. Lovely little Bird on a Rock as well, we got to say. Great little jewel. Lovely contribution. Beautiful setting as well. Beautiful stone setting. So, yeah, Bird on a Rock.
Yeah, Bird on a Rock. No, cool. Tiffany, well done. If this is really the first time you've ever designed this and the only time you will, it's definitely worth the estimate of 350 to 500. Not so much because there's so crazy big diamonds in it, but it is really a piece of art. It's difficult to make. I think it's cool. It reminds me of Rebecca Strutter's book where she describes these. She found watches made in or out of rocks, and so it gives me that vibe. But it's different, and we like different, and we like new, and not 12 in a dozen. So I salute Tiffany.
Yep, brilliant. We're big fans. Very good. Okay, lot 57, Trilob, who we interviewed the other day, and I guess that episode will be coming out in the next few weeks. So what do we have here? We have a Reconciliation watch inspired by the Japanese art kintsugi. Now, is that the one where you rebuild broken things but do so with like a gold adhesive so you can see the cracks and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very good. Very well. I'm impressed, Rob.
Well, thank you very much, but I can't really claim to have found that out on my own. My brother bought my girlfriend for her birthday one year a kintsugi set for home, and it included 2 little bowls and this glue, this gold powder, I think it was, and some sort of glue. And the idea was you smashed the bowl and then you reassembled it like with this gold stuff to learn about the art of it. And I was very charmed by it. I like it very much as an art form, as a philosophy. And this Trilob is, I see the inspiration. I believe one of the discs, the minute disc, particularly seems to be actually broken, as it were, like it's missing a bit, and you can see like the gold supposedly within the elements that have been damaged. I'm going to say in inverted commas damaged. So yeah, it's sort of like the weirdest faux patina going, but novel, worthwhile.
Yeah, I think it's super. I loved Trilob from day one. I met the CEO, Volsi, amazing lady. And then you and I interviewed Gauthier, the founder. And every time my love and respect for the brand grew. And now with this watch, this is so intellectual and architectural and artistic. I'm actually blown away because visually I didn't fall in love, but now sitting here listening to you, talking to you, and looking tranquilly at the images, it's amazing because even on the backside of the caliber, they chipped away stuff and filled it with gold leaf. And as you rightfully said, the minute ring is literally broken. Very intellectual, very artistic.
Yeah.
Kudos.
And yeah, kudos.
Yeah.
Bravo. Next up, Lot 58, Tudor Prince Chronograph 1. This is a reimagining of the classic big block chronograph from Tudor, and it's in solid 18 karat yellow gold. And it is the most I'm a car salesman in 1987 watch I've seen for a long time.
But what's more groundbreaking and interesting, because obviously we're going to have this watch come back as a steel version, probably Watches that won this 24. I don't think it's going to be a quick strike this year, but I'm quite sure we'll see it in April 24 when Watches that won takes place again in Geneva. But what's even more interesting, they're moving away from the Breitling B01 calibers, because when you pay attention, this has a prototype column wheel manufacture chronograph MT59XX. So if you're on the fence and you think it's indeed fugly or too much gold, historically this could be an interesting piece, because Kenissi apparently and finally is going to make chronograph calibers. I think it's fugly. Will it break the 25 to 35 estimate? Most probably.
I think it'll probably get 10 times that. You know what Tudor's like in these auctions, it often races away and gets the stupid money.
Yeah. But historically, it's an interesting piece. If it didn't have that prototype caliber, I would find it a bit boring, because I did love the 2 previous entries that Tudor did.
Yeah.
If you remember, the full black, and then they did like this ghost style thing.
Yeah.
So this is less cool in my humble opinion, but because of the caliber, I have respect for it.
Doesn't it look exactly like a Tissot?
Yeah.
It really does, doesn't it? It's not just me. I'm looking at that. I'm like, that looks like a Tissot. It almost looks like it's got a quartz movement inside it. Really weird. In theory, I like it, but in practice, I actually don't. And I hate to say that, because I love gold and black, and I think it's really cool. It's, really classic colorway, but it's just, it's a bit drab in it. All right. Well, Tudor's going to have some success, and someone's going to be very happy with that, I'm sure. Lot 59 comes from Ulysse Nardin. Freak S only watch. It is what the Freak does best. It's a great platform for only watch experimentation, and here we have a rainbow colored or sort of petroleum-esque Freak mechanism which moves around the dial. What do you think of this?
I utterly love the Freak. Almost every execution. I've worn for many years the Freak Black version. I think this is amazing. This is up to par to MB&F Uhrwerk, rightfully so. And this execution is done superbly. It proves that being independent works in your benefit, because the Kering Group let go of the So Wine Group, which is the owner of Girard-Perregaux and Ulysse Nardin. Prunio and team are doing a great job, and I can't criticize this piece whatsoever.
Okay, well, let's move on to lot 60 then. That's from Uhrwerk, Space Time Blade. This is not a watch. This is some kind of lightsaber-esque clock, and it's very cool.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm going to say.
You want it?
Yeah. If you're a Star Wars fan, how can you not want it? If you're an Uhrwerk fan, how can you not want it? And if you like art, how can you not want it? This is fucking cool.
Pretty accessible price point. They've got it at 45 to 80. I think it'll do that quite easily. All right. Next up, lot 61. We're one away from the finish line. This is Voutilainen CSW only watch. Now, we know Kari is one of the modern greats, one of the finest watchmakers in the world, and it features one of his signature movements. But what do you make of the dial?
The finishing, the effect is amazing. I would have never expect him to do green, and it's not really yellow. And it reminds
It
me,
definitely is yellow.
yeah, but
What
it's
do you
not
think
that
it is?
bright yellow. It has this limeish effect in it, which is nice. It pulls it to the green, and it gives me a bit of Brazil's
It's very Brazilian. Yeah.
colors theme. I think it's a cool watch. I like the case. I like the screws. Yeah, I think it's fun. It's cool. And yeah, we both love Vutilen, and so we're not objective.
Yeah, I think it's cool. It doesn't move me as much as I'd expect it would, to be quite honest. I don't think I'm a huge fan of the case shape. I think it's, I guess these little, like, 3-dot screws in the corner of the case are a bit off putting, in my opinion. I appreciate the fact it's different, and I'm glad that he tried something new, but it's just, yeah, it doesn't quite land for me, I have to say. But I mean, come on, Victor Land's the man, so much respect to him, and I'm sure someone will love it as much as I am indifferent to it. Final lot on the list. Whoa.
Drum roll, drum roll.
Lot 62, Zenith Chronomaster Sport only watch set. Now, just like Chanel is offering a pair of watches, Zenith is offering a box set of 4 references featuring yellow, green, blue, and red ceramic bezels, all with slightly darker toned subdials in that classic huddled arrangement we know the El Primero chronograph for. All of these watches are fitted with the El Primero 1/10 of a second chronograph, of course, 36,000 VPH. They come in their own individual boxes, also color matched, and this is interesting seeing them sold as a set and with a price expectation of only 45 to 55,000. You know what, Alon? We should maybe talk to the guys in the network and see if we can put in a co-bid on these.
It's a good idea. I'm not objective. I love Zenith. I love everybody at Zenith. I love the Chronomaster Sport. I have one. The only thing I regret that they made it an only watch set and not a regular production set. So well done. They respected the theme, took it to a cool place. They could have obviously done a Tutti Frutti sub-dial disco party, but this is out of the box thinking.
You know what's really, really good about this, and I don't want it to go unnoticed because Zenith deserves a massive amount of praise for this aspect, because it's something that often causes a bit of consternation among lovers of the El Primero movement that feel that Zenith occasionally misses the mark with their final stroke of design. All of the date wheels here are color matched to the dials. And on the green and the red, you've got white print, and on the blue and the yellow, you've got black print, and it is a superb effect. Total commitment to the design, no cheaping out. It's noticed, Zenith, it's appreciated. Thank you. Well done, Julian. Very nice job. Last question, Alon. Which of these would you choose for yourself? Because I know which one I want.
Oh, wow. The bestseller is the blue, then green, some markets red, and for that reason,
yellow's the one I want as well. So
yeah.
We're going to have to draw lots if we can convince 2 more of the TRTS network to put a co-bid in on this together. Because, I mean, if you got it at the lower end of the estimate, 45K, that's just 11,250 each.
It will break
it will break 100. Of course, someone will overbid it. But, I mean, that low end of the estimate is tantalizing, because if you've got 4 buddies, that's not crazy cash to spend on a piece unique. I mean, it's 4 piece uniques. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us to the end of the lot analysis. And now we need to offer our top 3, shall we say? Shall we try and do it in reverse order? And we'll go, I'll do my third, and then you do your third, and then so on and so forth.
Okay. Yeah, fine. You go third.
Oh, God.
Did I put you on the spot?
Jesus, this is difficult.
But wait. Let's do it differently. Is it one we would buy for ourselves, or who we think are the coolest that should be the winners of this competition? What do you want to do?
I think we should do it personally, the ones that we would be most tempted to bid on, the ones we'd most like to own, because I think some will do great for the competition, but that's less relevant. So let's just go for our personal opinions. I think I've narrowed my 3 down to 5 lots.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, let's do a top 5. Go ahead with... Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot. Your 5th pick.
The 5th pick... I'm gonna give it to Trilo.
No way, really? Whoa.
Yeah, I think so. It's and only because you and I analyzed this. I told you this podcast is not good for my wallet.
Eh.
I want to buy more watches. I don't get tired of watches talking to you. Because of you, I want to buy more. And because of the network we have. This network is not good for me.
No, it's seriously not. Okay, interesting one. So my fifth position, and it was in the podium, it was on the podium for ages, and it only just got knocked off. And I have to add a caveat here. I haven't put the Moser and MB&F in the list because we haven't seen it yet, so that could change things. But my fifth position is Chanel and the Mademoiselle J12 La Pause.
Probably I'll change every day my top 5. And indeed, we didn't see them all. Could be Patek is the ultimate hit. Could be that I find it fugly. Could happen. So I guess now on the 4th position, I guess I'm going to put Resence there.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
I have not got Resence in my list. At 4th, I have the FP Jaune Chronometer Bleu Furtif. Very nice. Your 3rd position, please.
I wanted to go with the FP Jaune, but it's not spectacular enough in the sense of the theme of the auction, and therefore I'm going to give it to Chapek.
Oh, okay. Good. So Chapek in your 3rd position. My 3rd position goes to Crayon with the Crayon Anywhere Only Watch 2023. My burgeoning love for this brand is just is cresting at the right time, I think.
Amazing. So, and now I'm a bit of a pickle.
It's a toss-up for me between the top two, to be honest. I really don't know which way to go.
Yeah. I kind of have 3 for 2 spots. And then suddenly I need to kick one out. And maybe I'm going to make an intermezzo. I kind of would have put Biver number 1 if I was like a super collector with unlimited funds. But I'm not. And I ideally would have liked to wear a watch that doesn't tell you the time visually. And I love minute repeaters, but I'm not there yet. So therefore now I'm kicking out the Biver one, but it deserves maybe the overall price. So number 2 goes to Bulgari for me, Finissimo Marble Effect.
Snap. I've got it in number 2 as well.
Wow, amazing. It's actually interesting because you and I don't align our picks.
No.
Almost never.
I was very, very tempted to put this top, and it was top until the very end of our discussion today. Not right at the end, don't worry, it's not the Zenith. But Bulgari has done a superb job here, and if I could give out 2 gold medals, I would. But for me, yeah, I've put it in number 2, but it could easily have been number 1.
Yeah, interesting. And okay, drum roll.
I mean, have we got the same pick?
For 1?
Yeah.
No, 100% not.
Okay.
And I feel that I would have gone for the Frederic Constant, Christian van der Klauw collab.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's because I'm Dutch, because both of them are my friends.
Right.
I love van der Klauw. So I'm super, 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 super subjective. Okay?
I can't figure out what you've gone for here at top. Maybe you've gone for Artier?
No, I've gone for the Frederic Constant van der Klauw because I would literally bid on that one.
You've actually gone. You've put Frederic Constant van der Klauw at your number 1. I thought you were making excuses for it. Oh
no, I put it on 1, but I'm saying that if I wasn't Dutch, if I didn't love both brands, and if they weren't my friends, it wouldn't have made maybe the top 5. Maybe it would have, but I put them on 1 because the rule is, would you bid on it? I would bid on this. I'm not telling everyone to go bid on that one. They can, but
please don't.
I'm actually not gonna bid on this one because I don't think it's fair, and it should reach crazy prices. But I put that one on 1. I'm very curious what you put on 1.
Can you guess? Can you not guess?
It's definitely not a Tourbillon. No, I can't guess, actually. You're all over the place, dude. I'm all over the place. But you nobody can confine you in any box.
For me, the winner is the Singer Reimagined in Genesis.
Okay, I thought you would say it. And the funny thing is, I wanted to go and say after your first pick, my whole list is messed up because actually the Singer Genesis should be also in my top 5.
Yeah, what you're playing.
It's only because you and I talked about it. it fits you. I understand why you would bid on this one. This is so you, and they so deserve it. And again, estimate 100 to 120. I really hope they're going to break the 500,000.
It's just so nice. Like the execution is superb, and that movement is just it draws me into it. I love it. I just, yeah. But like I say, the Bulgari was really close.
Yeah, but I have to admit though, if I haven't listened to the interview you did with Marco, I wouldn't have put it in top 5. So listening to him, the philosophy behind the brand and the philosophy, what he wants to do with the watches and where he wants to take it is very important. You and I discussed on there, right? Do the people behind brands matter? Does the feeling for brands diminish or go up according to the behavior of the people behind it and other products they make? This is so consecutive and precise in what they do, and it's actually what Moritz Grossman is not doing.
Yep.
So that also plays a factor. But I love the font. So yeah, I'm a bit all over the place. I hope our listeners enjoyed listening to this 2 episodes as much as I've enjoyed recording it. And why don't you play it with your friends, this game that Rob and I are playing right now? And I suggest that we play this in the network now. Now we're going to force everyone to post their top 5.
I'm sure that we won't be able to avoid it even if we wanted to, but that's obviously going to be a great joy for us. Thank you for listening along to these 2 episodes. We have had a really good time dissecting all of the submissions to the Only Watch 2023 auction due to be held on November 5th. If you are interested in bidding on these pieces, you can do so online. You do not have to be at the auction itself. If you'd like to get involved with the Real Time Show, you can do so by getting in touch via our usual channels. You can contact us on Instagram. I'm there at RobNuds, RobNudds, and Alon can be found at ALONBENJOSEPH. Otherwise, you can contact us via our emails, either Rob or Alon at therealtime.show, or get in touch via the contact form on the website, www.therealtime.show. Please like, follow, comment, subscribe, and share the podcast with all your friends. We'll be back soon with another interview with one of watchmaking's finest. Until then, stay safe and keep on ticking.